Oh, hello, Stephen.
Morning. How are you?
Yeah, good. Yeah. I can't believe we're doing this.
I know.
Yeah. We talk enough about Disney. It makes sense for us to do a podcast.
Yeah, we thought, why not just record it?
So, you who are listening to us, this is the Jamie and Stephen show.
Get it the right way round.
Yeah, it's going to take a while.
Yeah.
Movies, music, and magic.
So what's it about?
Well, remember I came to you and I said, what if we rewatched all the Disney films from the beginning, so from Snow White, and then we talked about it and, said if we liked it. I mean, some of them we've not watched for years.
No.
Some I have to watch regularly because of the boys. But yeah, I just thought we're coming up to 100 years of the company, and I thought, well, why don't we sit down, rewatch? I mean, Ben's not seen a couple of them, so it'll be interesting for him as well, being forced to watch these old classics.
For those out there who may not be aware, I am not the biggest fan of films.
Yeah, you're more TV, aren't you?
Yeah, I am, yeah. So I was made to watch some Disney films, which there are worse things, I guess.
Yeah,
so
there is.
You'd have thought how long we'd known each other, you'd have known that.
How long have we known each other?
2010, so...
God, 13 years.
In fact, in the time of recording this, it has been, since my first shift, 13 years and 2 days.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Do you remember your first shift?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
I remember you being in charge.
Yeah.
And you sending me into the back room and tidying all the teddy bears.
Yeah, all the plush in the stockroom.
Yeah. And how did you reward me for doing such a good job?
Oh, I can't remember.
No, you just made me clean the other side of the stockroom.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it was a good shift. That would be classed as an easy shift.
Yes, it would have. Don't get me wrong, after being there a year, I'd have killed for a shift like that. But at the time, it was like, oh, look at all the Disney magic as I'm sat in the back smelling like Lotso.
So how long were you a cast member?
Just under 2 years. I think I was 2 weeks under 2 years.
Really?
Yeah.
God, I thought you were there longer.
No, it just felt that way.
Oh, I just missed out on my 5-year pin.
I don't think you missed much. What was the 5-year pin, do you know?
I think it was Pluto.
Oh.
Yeah. The first one was Sorcerer Mickey.
Steamboat Willie.
Oh no, that's right. Yeah, Steamboat Willie.
I still have mine.
Yeah, I've got mine somewhere.
Unless you're working for Disney right now and would like me to return property. I don't know where that is.
No, I don't think you have to return it. It was a gift, wasn't it? It's a thank you for
I did my year.
Lasting a year.
Yeah. It's like, thanks. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I mean, so I'm sure Sorcerer Mickey was one of them.
Could have been. I never got a Sorcerer Mickey.
No.
Not the Ambassador. What was the Ambassador one?
Oh, I can't remember. Didn't it just say Ambassador?
I can't remember. I was not invited to be an ambassador.
No.
Was you?
No, I don't think so.
No.
I was sort of like a supervisor / manager, so I wasn't allowed. I don't think I was allowed to do it. I think you had to just be a cast member to be an ambassador.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, I think so, but I don't think I would have done it anyway. I'm not sure. Can't remember. It was so long ago.
No, I don't really remember what an ambassador did.
No, I know that they got like a really fancy welcome pack, and then they got things every because I think the stuff came from America, so it was whenever the stuff turned up. Was there?
Tell you what, should we have a guest on the show? Let me ring Jess.
Jess will know. She was one.
She was.
Yeah, our friend Jess. She was an ambassador for the Disney store. Yeah, she'll know. I bet you she's still got all our stuff as well.
I believe so.
Yeah, I'm sure she would have kept all that. I mean, I've kept all the pins, and I found my training booklet thing that when I had to go to the distribution centre and do the training day.
Do you know what I've got? Still got the quarter magazine thing. I can't remember what it was called.
Scoop.
The Scoop.
It was something. I'm sure it was the Scoop.
Yep. And do you want to know why I kept this particular copy?
Why were you in it?
No, I was basically, it was the cast member of the quarter, and they missed out my quarter. They went straight through, and there was someone else from Mars, and that's the one I've got.
Oh, so who was it?
Emma.
Oh, okay.
Emma T.
Oh, right.
We protect surnames here.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's only fair. Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I had that, and then I had the DVD.
Oh, my God.
About what to do when there was a bomb.
Oh, yes, I remember that.
Yes. And it was Don't Be Like Steve, and I was a bit like, okay. Like, no one's got to worry about that. Like, if there's a bomb, I'm off.
Yeah.
You ain't got to worry about me.
No.
Don't care, you do what you need to do. I'll sort myself
I'm leaving the building.
Yeah, I'm leaving the building.
Oh, yeah, I think that was because of, like...
Well, it was American.
Yeah,
it was very much an American welcome pack.
Yeah.
And there was a DVD, and I wish I'd got it, but we were given a DVD about the history of the Disney store.
Yeah.
When it opened. Yeah. I didn't have that.
Oh, no, I don't have that either. No, I've just got...
shirts.
Oh, that's good. I don't have mine. I don't know what I did with mine. I think I gave mine back.
Oh, do you know what? I did actually give all of my shirts back, but what I didn't realise is when I first started working there, they didn't know what size I'd fit in, so I was given 2 different size shirts. And the one that I chose was the one I carried on and then got more of those sizes, but I completely forgot about the other one.
Oh,
so that's the one
I've
you got. That I now fit in.
Oh.
13 years later. And I have the black shirts.
Oh, yeah.
The black...
the long sleeve that we had to wear underneath the red.
They have joined me in New York.
Oh, well, it's great thermal wear.
Brilliant at keeping you warm. And Disneyland Paris.
Yeah, that's good. Oh, God.
Yeah.
No, I gave all of that back.
No, I made a point of keeping those.
I think it was because I didn't like the uniform.
Yeah. I'm glad that I can't remember if they moved into it after we left or before, but it was the checked
shirt.
Oh,
see, I would have liked that.
No.
But I would have preferred... I would think I would have preferred the cardigan era. You know, when it had the big M.
Yeah.
And it was the grey and blue. I think I would have liked that because that looked a bit more comfy. And they had like the white trainers and the chinos and the white shirt. I would have liked that uniform.
I never liked the
bowling shirt.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
The denim was okay.
Never had the denim.
Yeah, that was like my first Christmas. I had to go in a box in the staff room.
Yes.
And fish out any that was the closest that fit, and I think I got a medium. It was like a medium or a large, ladies, but then that just after that Christmas they changed to the red bowling shirt.
Yeah,
with the gold.
It just really, what annoyed me most about that uniform was the fact that you couldn't oh no, you had to tuck the shirts in, sorry. Men
did, but I don't think us girls had to.
No.
I'm just glad we didn't have to wear skirts, because I would have hated that.
It was just because it's different now. I don't know if you see it in the parks, but for me, I always remember you couldn't dye your hair a weird colour, you couldn't have tattoos, you couldn't have piercings.
No, that's right.
Now they seem to have just given up on that.
Well, it's the whole embracing of, be your true self, which is good.
Whereas for us, it was you either look like Peter Pan and Wendy or you're not working here.
Yeah. But now they're a bit more accepting of, right, this is, and as well, I noticed some of the cast members are even allowed to not adapt their uniform, but they're allowed to add their own personal touches. So they can have like plushes, small plush, or
we
pins.
Weren't allowed to.
No, we weren't allowed. We weren't even allowed to wear mini ears. Can you believe that?
Oh no, you see, I wouldn't have liked that anyway.
Yeah. Oh no, we weren't even allowed that because I remember when they just started doing like those events that we had to do for the kids.
I went to the training for that.
Oh. And there was one that we had to do, and it was to do with being a princess, and we were allowed to wear a crown for a day, and I think it was somebody who was getting married. I think it might have been William and Kate. It was their wedding day,
yeah,
and we were allowed to wear a crown, and it was the only time we were allowed to wear anything that was not our uniform, like as well as.
Do you know what? The first time I noticed that Disney had relaxed is when we went to Paris, and there was a younger gentleman who was wearing a tiara and different like jewellery and things.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I was like, you know, not like I would have wore that, but I was like, how have we come?
Yeah.
It's changed so much.
Yeah.
It's like, I do remember we having the area manager come over, and it was like, right, you need to tuck your shirt in, you need to do this. And I'd got a toothpaste stain on my black trousers.
Oh no.
And it was in an area.
Was it toothpaste, Stephen?
It was toothpaste. One of our fellow cast members walked past me and went, "Oh, that's an inconspicuous stain, Stephen."
Oh, no.
And our assistant manager took me into the back room to inspect. Oh, it's toothpaste, I promise you, it's toothpaste.
My God.
I had to change into some spare trousers in the back that made me look like Aladdin.
Oh my God.
I actually think having the shirt untucked would have been smarter. These were huge.
Yeah.
These were literally Aladdin pants. You'd have thought I was doing MC Hammer.
You can't touch this.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Oh, wow. Well, there you go, guys. There's a little insight into our experience as cast members.
Yeah.
We weren't that professional.
You speak for yourself. That was very, very professional.
No, we had it was fond memories. We've got fond memories.
Yeah.
It's a shame that they don't have the Disney stores anymore. And the thing is, I recently had a little. I mean, like we're both in that Facebook group, aren't we, where it's celebrated the 30 years of the Disney store.
I was.
Well, you were, yeah, because you're not on Facebook now. You're part of the cool. You're part of the cool
I'm
team.
Like, you know.
And yeah, they were talking about all the current films that have come out over the last year, 1 to 2 years, and how they've not really done as well as the company has hoped. Some of them have flopped.
Yeah.
And we were having a bit of a discussion about, have it made any difference if the Disney stores were still open? Because looking back on our time, we had to promote.
Oh, do you know what? I remember saying to, I can't remember who it was, but I was moving into a house and it was paying rent on the house. And when we kind of agreed on the rent and stuff like that, it was the era of things like Toy Story 3 and all of those. And I remember literally looking down at this and thinking, my livelihood, my life is just based on the fact that the Muppets and Pirates of the Caribbean are going to make money.
Yeah.
Like, those were two films that really, I don't think they would have survived in this market now.
No, I don't think so.
I think they'd have been very much straight to Disney Plus, and that was it. But at the time, it was, right, Pirates of the Caribbean towels, you sell them.
Yeah.
Like, Muppet
Well,
mugs,
that's it, because we would get the merch before the film was released. So guests, when they came in, they would see the merch and get excited about the film. Yeah. We would have clips playing on in this big screen.
When it worked.
When it worked. Or we would have
playing with it.
Like a thing, you know, where if you spent a certain amount, you got this item free. Yeah, so I think, you know, and again, like with us rewatching all of these, it's interesting, you know, to also see that, you know, reading up about the older films and that they didn't do well the first time that were released. And it wasn't until their re-releases, sometimes their fourth re-release, it would take before they would become a success. And then during the era of the Disney Store, which was peak Renaissance. Yeah. I mean,
I do think that, I mean, for the fact that the Disney Store continued going during the early 2000s, and it was still a shop. I remember that being the shop.
Yeah.
You could go to Domino's or you could go to Toys R Us, they were fine. But the Disney store was still the Disney store.
Oh, and for those who don't know, Domino's was a local toy store in the city that we're in. Not Domino's the pizza.
No.
Domino.
Now we've mentioned pizza, we should do that.
Yeah. Anyway, you were saying.
Yeah, and it was just the fact that it managed to survive during that time. And yet here we are, supposedly in the era of, I mean, Frozen's still a thing, Encanto. They're having a bit of a renaissance with certain animation films, and although Pixar's not doing as great, it seems a shame that shop isn't there.
Well, yeah, and I think, you know, the discussion that we had on that Facebook group was, could have these films done better if the Disney stores were there to help promote them? And I think they would have. Yeah. Because, like, even now, the movies that have come out the last couple of years, the merch has been so poor. And I think it's because they don't have hubs to send the stock to.
No.
So, and, you know, unless the parks are going to buy loads of the merch to sell, which they're not.
No.
There's no other place. And then, because obviously they don't want to take risks like they did with the Disney stores for online shopping, they kind of only bring out maybe 5 to 8 different types of merch for a film. But then you'll always find merch for older films like Toy Story, Cars, Frozen, even though they're not new now.
Yeah. So we went into the London store about a week ago, and it's not a Disney store. It's not how I remember the Disney store. There was... no one said hello or anything like that, which is fine.
Yeah, you don't like that anyway.
I'm very happy with that lack of human contact.
Yeah.
But no one said hi. I couldn't tell you what films were out, because you go into the main bit and they had Plush one side, and on the other side was very much their Disney 100 bits.
Oh, yeah.
But even then, unless you wanted a notebook or a mug, there wasn't a lot there.
No.
Downstairs is just Princess.
Okay.
And upstairs is just Marvel.
Yeah.
Well, there was nothing there, absolutely nothing that I could see for Wish.
No.
Yeah, when we would have been there,
we would have had a window display.
Yeah.
The window would have been kitted out with a cardboard cutout of the new princess.
Yeah, with my name on the back. Only if the little
and it would have displayed some of the merch for the film.
Yes, yeah.
So
there'd have been, I mean, what kind of merch would we would have had? The doll, the plush doll and the normal doll.
Yeah, and obviously she's got a goat, doesn't she? So we would have had the plush to that.
Yeah.
There would have been pajamas, socks, a fancy dress outfit. Yeah. There would have been stationery.
Yeah.
Lunch bag.
Yeah.
Cup.
And the thing
we would have had that glitter cup.
Oh God,
the glitter cups.
Do you know what? Did you ever see the really awkwardly placed straw on the Buzz Lightyear mug?
Yes.
For those of you, let me describe it. Buzz Lightyear is sat on top of a mug of a cup thing, and you know he's sat with his legs open, and the straw is in the middle.
Yeah.
Sticking straight up.
Wasn't it like...
It was a little bendy one.
Yeah, it was a bendy straw, and the globe was at the bottom. The glitter bit was at the bottom of the cup,
So basically, this Buzz Lightyear was very well endowed. But yeah, we would have had those. And do you know what? Kids would have had, as you say, the lunch boxes and things for school, which then became a conversation at school. The adults would have bought, like, because they had T-shirts, even the dolls, the mugs.
Yeah.
Like, they would have got those. We would have had some kind of purchase behind the till.
Yeah.
So that's spend £10, get something for a £5 or whatever. I mean, some of the stuff that they made us push, like the stationery sets.
Yeah.
They could
the
have
shopper
had
bags.
That. Yeah. Well, yeah, they would have had a shopper bag with.
Whereas now you don't get the.
No.
Yeah.
And they've just missed out.
So basically what we're saying is bring back the Disney stores.
Yeah. And we're happy to work there.
Yeah, just as, and if I worked there now, I would definitely stay as a cast member. I wouldn't go up again.
No, do you know what I would have? Because I applied to go back as a Christmas temp one year. And then I didn't go. But they were advertising for an assistant manager, and I'd come out of retail by that point. If it wasn't for the fact that it was so, even at that time, unsure, because they just closed the Leicester store and then reopened the Leicester store.
And it was a pop-up.
It was, it was only meant to be there for a few months. I would have gone for that. But I would have just stayed there, and I would have just enjoyed myself.
But then it didn't last.
I think
it was a year, and then...
I mean, that store was just weird because they had the big machine in the window that you could have embroidery. Why was that in the window?
I don't know.
Like,
it was very strange.
The thing is, I've been in those back rooms for doing the interview and whatnot, and when it was Giacomo or whatever it was before, I've been in those back rooms. There is enough space to have that in the back, and it does not take anything away. Like, they literally have like it feels like just a big living room in the back. It's separate to even like the cast quarters or whatever. Okay. So they could have worked it in there and it would have been no different. I just think they made some really poor decisions, and closing the shop was one of them. But
what's going to be fun with us?
Sorry, yes.
With everyone listening and, us having these conversations about the films is, luckily, during our time, not just as cast members, but when we were younger, we remember when these older films were, released on video.
Yes.
And also, we're going to have fun, not only rewatching them, but going back to memories. Going down memory lane of when we remembered first seeing them, or we've done some digging, and we've got fun facts about each film, and
which has been my favourite bit.
It's nice exploring the behind the scenes. I mean,
obviously we all know the first film, so we've done the fact finding for that. And just being able to dig into that. But then that's the side of Disney that I've always liked. I couldn't tell you a lot about plots or lesser characters' names, but when it comes to do you know who designed this person? Do you know what? I actually do want to know that. And if I don't, I'm gonna go find it, because I find that more interesting.
Well, I mean, when DVDs first came out, the most exciting thing
was the extras.
Because, that little, whether it was 15 minutes or 50-minute long documentary about, the making of, that was like one of the best things with the DVDs. Obviously, now with streaming, you don't really get that. They'll sometimes put it on, but then I've noticed that not all of them are on there.
No, definitely not.
Not. Especially when you got the special anniversary edition.
Yes. They were the ones I went for.
In the steel box or the book, or
I think one of the things that I think that Disney Plus could do, and I think actually this podcast is a prime example of it, is they could do more behind the scenes, making ofs, just discussions. I mean, just to talk about those films, because it's all right having the making of Frozen 2 on there, or the making of Moon Knight, but actually, where's the making of like Beauty and the Beast, Oliver and Company, Cinderella, and
and the thing is, with internet now, the access is there. Like the things we've been able to find out outside of the books that we've got and the documentaries that we have seen from our DVDs, it's, the fact that I'm still finding out new stuff about them.
And what annoys me is these things are really fascinating, and yet if you look on any official Disney website, not there. you kind of have to go to other things and get that information from some of the official books but yeah. So if anyone at Disney Plus Commissioning is looking for a team of Disney enthusiasts who would like to do a group of making ofs, then look no further.
Yeah, you can email us at thejamieandstevenshow@outlook.com.
Or you can join us over on Threads.
Oh yeah. And we'll be on Instagram as well. So yeah, I've done us a whole logo and
yes.
No, I'm excited. It's very exciting.
I know, and what's weird is when we go around each other's house and we just have a chat and whatnot, and now we can invite other people into those.
Yes.
It's like rope them in.
Yeah, because we're not going to be the only ones.
No.
That that are enthusiastic about this brand in particular, or any brand. Anyone who is passionate about a brand. Having that someone else to endlessly talk.
Our age range as well. I think we come in with the Renaissance.
Yeah.
We come in with the Disney Store, like you said. We come in with all the videos, like you said. But we're also old enough now where we've travelled to some of the parks.
Yeah.
We're more interested in different things yourself. You've got children, so now you're kind of those memories you had. Yeah. You're now repeating them.
Yeah, I'm having to watch films that I wouldn't have chosen to watch if I didn't have kids. And
Home on the Range?
Oh, no, not yet.
Mulan?
I like Mulan. It's you that doesn't.
Oh, well, just give the spoiler away, because that is going to be the biggest spoiler ever of this entire thing, because I will make sure I hate that film.
I just don't know how. I can't wait to hear your reason behind. And I can't wait for you to watch it again.
Oh, God. Yes.
Anyway.
Jamie, sadistic.
But there's films like I've said before, now, no hate, but I, never liked Ratatouille. And yet, I have to watch that all the time because of Jacob. Yeah. It's his favourite film. We have to go on the ride all the time. And don't get me wrong, there's things I do like about it.
The end. Those credits.
Do you know what? My favourite bit is the last 15 minutes. When he's tasting the food and then he has the flashback to when he's a kid. That's my favourite bit. And when he does his review. Before that, I really struggle. I think it's the whole concept. Well, we'll get to it anyway when we do that.
If we do the Pixar.
If we do the Pixar, yeah.
Obviously, we've talked about doing the classics.
Yeah.
How many classics are there now? 50?
60.
60? Oh.
Yeah, I'm sure there's... Yeah, because Tangled was 50.
Yeah. Oh, God.
And I think Encanto was 60.
I've lost count, if I'm honest.
I think Encanto was 60, or this new Wish is 60.
And when we've done those, do you think we'll move on to the Pixar? I'd like to.
Yeah, I'd like to.
Be quite fun.
Yeah, hopefully we'll still be doing it, and that we'll have people listening and want to hear what we have to say.
Yeah. We're on hit lists.
But this is the fun. No, you don't. Well, this is the thing. We're round about the same age. There's only a couple of years between us, and yet, what you like and what I like is so different. Yeah. Okay, I don't think gender's really got anything to do with it, because I don't. Really. Yeah, I think with Disney films, you don't have to be one or the other to enjoy, especially if you like Disney in general.
Oh, yeah, fun fact for you.
Oh, okay.
Well, starting off. So the company actually thought that Oliver and Company would do better than The Little Mermaid, because Oliver and Company was a boys' film.
Oh, and look how that turned out. Even though we love Oliver and Company.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah.
Yeah. So it's... Here we go.
They don't always get that whole thing.
So I don't think gender really
it's
matters.
not.
And I think Frozen's proven that.
Well, exactly.
Because that's just a...
And Toy Story.
Yeah.
The fact that girls and boys and
And I
you
think
know,
that
in
still
between
surprises
all
them.
of, yeah.
I think that still surprises them.
Yeah. But
Which,
yeah, I hope we do get to
yeah.
the Pixar ones.
Yeah. Do you reckon we'll move on further to that, or am I running before I can walk?
I'd like to do some of like the, you know, the crossover, like live action and animated.
So you're going to make me watch Mary Poppins?
Oh, yeah.
Wow. 13 years of friendship over.
But you get to watch Bedknobs.
Yes.
We love Bedknobs, don't we?
I do like Bedknobs and
Yeah, we like
Broomsticks.
Bedknobs.
I was going to say, what do you think about the sequels?
Oh, yeah.
I just want you to watch Cinderella 3. It's a good film.
Oh, yeah, the sequel. Oh, yeah.
Jamie's like, no, thank you.
Yeah, there's Little Mermaid 3 as well, isn't there?
Yeah.
There's 3 of them and 3 Cinderellas.
The Little Mermaid, yes.
And there's 3 Aladdins and 3 Lion
God.
Kings. Oh,
Yeah,
God.
they also happened.
Well, we'll see.
We shall
We could
see,
maybe
yeah.
do like a couple of bonus episodes where we
because we
talk about a couple of them rather than.
Oh yeah, because there is no way I'm watching Fox and the Hound 2.
Oh yeah, I did not know there was a sequel until you told me about it like a month ago.
Yeah, there is. It's awful.
Yeah.
It's crap.
Oh.
Honestly, it is. Have you seen Pocahontas 2?
Yes.
Oh, you're going to say you like it, don't you?
No, I to be honest, I don't really remember. I just remember it being the story about her going to England.
Yeah.
And obviously they missed out the bit when she dies.
And gets
Was it Scarlet
abused
Fever? Oh,
by
yeah.
multiple men.
Yeah.
Oh, and John Smith isn't even in it.
Oh, yeah.
And there's another guy she falls in love with. Who's the guy from Titanic? The rich guy.
Yes.
The rich, posh, snob guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. See?
Yeah.
Not just Disney films.
Yeah. So, yeah, we could end up with the sequels as well.
Yeah.
But we'll start off with the classics because it's 100 years of the company, and I think to honour that, let's just stick with the classics. Yeah. And then if we get up to, well, I guess.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Whatever
the latest one is at the time.
Yeah.
And then we'll move on to the Pixar.
What will be actually weird is because we're rewatching these as we go along. Strange World, I haven't seen yet.
Oh, have you not?
No, so it will be my first viewing of that film.
Oh. Is that the only one that will be your first viewing?
Probably after 15 minutes of Mulan.
Oh, yeah.
That
I've got to get that
the
through
first
to the end.
viewing.
Do you know what? It'd be you might change your mind.
I might do. Do you know what? If I can stay awake
If
for
you
it,
can,
I may
yeah.
change my mind. When we had to do overnight shifts at the Disney store, I put on Mulan on Christmas Eve, and I fell asleep to it.
God.
And I knew
So you
that
haven't watched?
would work.
You haven't watched the Mulan 2 then? Mulan 2 is good.
I know. I've heard of the Mulan 2.
Yeah,
I would
Mulan
have put
2
it
is
on
good.
because I have, obviously, apart from I'd say after Tangled, I either watched them after they were released or like Strange World, not at all. But before then, I watched every classic and every sequel.
Well, again, I think that's because of the streaming. You know, it's not as it's easy to I'll watch that next week or I'll watch it when I'm in the mood. Whereas before streaming, because it was a Disney film, you would go to see it.
And also because I was collecting the DVDs and obviously going back to videos, for me, I never had the Aristocats on video.
Oh, did you not?
No, so it was a few years, probably about 5 years before I started working at the Disney store, that I saw the Aristocats for the first time.
Oh my God.
Rescuers and the Rescuers Down Under, I didn't see until I was at the Disney store. There was... trying to think. Basil the Great Mouse Detective. Never saw that until I was at the Disney store.
Wow. Well, we used to have a little library, didn't we, that we could watch in staff room.
Well, the thing is because the DVDs and things, I would get them because that's when they were kind of releasing them, and because I wanted to watch them all, I realised they had huge gaps in my Disney knowledge.
Yeah.
And I just I collected them all. So I had Disney Plus before anyone else.
Yeah.
And it had the special features.
But now, when you're not doing that anymore, it's very easy, I think, to sort of, I'll watch that when I'm in the mood. And then before you know it, it's been months and you've thought, I've not watched that yet.
So the Pixar film, is it Turning Red?
Yeah.
Not seen it.
Oh, right, okay.
Not seen it.
Oh, well, so if we do Pixar, that would be...
That will also be the first time.
So that would be the first time.
Which will be interesting, because obviously these films are not the first time for me. So seeing some of them for the first time is going to be quite interesting.
So there you go. If you want to follow along and hear us discuss us rewatching each film, then keep listening. Follow us on wherever you listen to your podcasts. You can also follow us on Instagram, The Jamie and Stephen Show.
On Threads.
And on Threads, yes. Email us at the Jamie and Stephen Show at outlook.com as well. Send us any questions.
And memories. Send us your own memories. So, obviously the first one coming up is Snow White.
Yeah.
But if your favourite Disney memory is, say, Lilo and Stitch, send that in.
Yeah, let us know.
It will be really interesting to know if we had those memories, and maybe we can pick up on them.
And each week, obviously, when we discuss each film, we'll be, obviously, we'll be learning as well, because we don't know everything, and we've each found out different things about the film. So, and we'll obviously be talking about what we thought of the film. We'll also be discussing whether we think it should be remade or should have been remade. So if it's one that's already been remade, then we'll discuss whether or not it should have been.
We'll talk about how much we hate it.
And we'll give it a score out of 5 stars, won't we?
Yes.
Yeah. So,
I've agreed with myself to be kind.
Oh, good. I think that's why I gave it 5. Yeah, I think if we had done out of 10, it would have been very difficult to... Whereas keeping it 5, it's either got to be bad, good, or fantastic, basically.
Or in between of bad and good,
if it's
or good and
a little bit better than good, but not fantastic enough. So,
So, yes.
Yeah, so next week's episode will be Snow White. So thanks for listening, and stay tuned for next week.
And we'll speak to you next week.
Yeah.
Should we go grab a glass of wine?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Should have done that first.
Yeah, we should have,